Welcome, everybody. This is Jeffrey Guterman here in the Strat-O-Matic Radio Network. Stand by. And Ernesto Cruz has joined the chat, and it is a perfect morning, afternoon, wherever you are, for a game of Strat-O-Matic 1962 baseball. Tonight, it's the Boston Red Sox at the Washington Senators. Second of a two-game series here at DC Stadium. Boston comes in 10-7. They won the first game of this series. Washington 6-10. Early on in the season in this 1962 replay. And I'll have the lineups in just a minute or two. And Ernesto Cruz has joined the chat, and it is a perfect morning, afternoon, wherever you are, for a game of Strat-O-Matic 1962. Greetings, it's Jeffrey Guterman here in the Strat-O-Matic Radio Network broadcasting booth. Boston at Washington. Boston won the first one. We're in Washington Stadium. Attendance 1,704. Yes, you heard that right, 1,704. Pitching today for the Boston Red Sox will be Bill Monboquet. He's 1-1 on the season. Right-hander, and Washington throws out a right-hander to start, Jim Hannon, and he is 0-2 on the season. The starting lineups for Boston: batting first and playing first, Pete Runnels, Eddie Brosseau batting second at short, Yastrzemski in left, batting third. The cleanup hitter is Jim Pagliarone, and he is catching. Frank Malzone bats fifth at third, in center field, and batting seventh. Sixth, Gary Geiger, batting seventh, Carroll Hardy out in right. Kurt Schilling batting eighth at second base, and pitching and batting ninth will be Bill Monboquet. And we'd sure like to hear from you in the live text. This is a simulation of a radio broadcast, and you really gotta tune in. You really got to tune in. We are at Washington Stadium, and the Red Sox are playing the hometown Senators. And the Washington Senators take the field. There's Jim Hannon on the mound. Catching is Retzker. The infield is Dale Long at first. Cottier at second. Johnson at short. Shave at third. And I don't believe I even went through the Washington lineup. It will be Pearsall leading off in center. King in left. Johnson at short. Long at first. Gene Woodling batting fifth in right. Shave at third. Retzer catching. Chuck Cottier at second, and Hannon, the pitcher. It is, we have Ernesto proposing a name change, name correction, I should say. It's Chuck. It is. I don't know what I said. So Hannon is on the mound for the hometown Washington Senators. Catching him is Retzker, and leading off for the Red Sox is Pete Runnels. Okay, Runnels is ready. Hannon looks in. He goes into his windup. Pitch to Runnels, 3-3 right-handed, grounds it to first, and that's scooped up by Long. And he takes it to the bag, one away, and we are underway. And here's Brossout. Eddie Brossout. Sometimes the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing, Ernesto. Especially when you get to be 67. Brossout, Eddie Brossout in the batter's box. Okay, Hannon looks in. He winds and deals. 2-3 right-handed, chops it to second. Fielded nicely on one hop by Chuck Cottier. And he throws it to Long at first for 2 away. So Hannon retires the first 2 batters on ground outs. And here comes Carl Yastrzemski, left-handed hitter. Here's Yastrzemski. Hannon looks in. 1-8, right-handed, base hit 1-11. It was a 19 on that devil die, lining it to second, and Chuck Cottier makes the catch, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for the Boston Reds, for Hannon. We move to the bottom of the first now. And the Senators will bat. And on the mound for Boston, Bill Monboquette, 1-1 on the season. Catching is Pagliarone. It's Runnels at first, Schilling at second, Brossout at short, Malzone at third, and in the outfield left to right, Yastrzemski, Geiger, and Hardy. And leading it off for the Senators is Jimmy Pearsall. The quirky, sometimes peculiar, sometimes outrageous Jimmy Pearsall. Here's Monboquette, that's 6'3", right-handed, base hits, the hell's that called? Ballpark slash by Jimmy Pearsall. And that right-handed is 1-12. It goes through for a single. So Pearsall takes first for these Senators. Pearsall played for an awful lot of teams. Why do you think that is? I think they each probably in their own way got tired of having him due to erratic behavior, but he was a great player, great center fielder. In fact, he's a 1, E1, and he's playing center today, but he's on first now. And Bilmon Bouquet working from the stretch. And of course, we have the Havoc roll. Pitch from Monbouquet. 4-7, left-handed, struck him out. And that's one away. Here, broadcasting here, getting over, it's going to take me a while, if ever, for me to get into the role doing the radio broadcast only. But you got to understand it, folks. It's Red Sox at the Senators. Lots of redundancy to help the listener, you, paint a picture. And Ernesto says maybe the Senators can send in Anthony Perkins to pinch hit for Pearsall later. Could be. Sure, there's Pearsall. There's Tony Perkins right there. Okay, Jim King at the plate. It's Pearsall. 1-15. Whoa, 1-20. Running on. I'm sorry. He's 1-15, 1-16. Being held 1-14. Here's Bob Johnson now. Third hitter for the Senators. Monbouquet is ready. The windup. Pitch to Johnson. That's 3-4. Right-handed. And he grounds it to short. That looks like it could be 2. Fielded by Broussard. He throws to Schilling at second to get 1, and then over to Runnels at first for the inning-ending double play. So the side is retired. There were no runs, 1 hit. The leadoff single by Pearsall. King struck out, and Johnson grounds into a double play. We move now to the top of the second. Hannon takes the mound. He retired the Red Sox in order. And you know, something you got to do, I think, is get it in your bones. Who's playing who in this game and where? That's the first thing. Red Sox at the Washington Nats. And then keep in mind what inning. And as a broadcaster, we're in the top of the second with no score. Pagliarone, the fourth batter in this Red Sox lineup, steps up to the batter's box, and here we go now. Hannon, and the pitch, that's 6-3, right-handed, ballpark slash, 1-12, line to second. Cottier making the catch, 1 out. Now here's Malzone. Frank Malzone, right-handed hitter. 3-6, right-handed, pops it up to short. And under that is Johnson, 2 away. So Hannon looking good, retiring the first 5 in this ball game. Geiger now at the plate. That's 4-6 left-handed, grounds it to second to Cottier again. And he fires it over to long. And the side is retired. 1-2-3. He's retired the first 6 in this ball game. Hannon has. And here come the Senators batting in the bottom of the second. Jim Hannon on the mound. I'm sorry, Monbouquet on the mound for Boston. Okay, Dale Long leads it off. Pitch from Monbouquet. 6-6 left-handed, base hit to left. Yastrzemski gloves it, throws it in, and Long is on first base to lead it off. He is a 1-19 with Monbouquet 1-20, holding 1-18. But we don't even know if he's going to go for the lead. It's only a 5. Long is going for a lead here. Gene Woodling at the plate. Here's the pitch from Monbouquet, and he rolls a 10 to get the lead, does not get the lead. And that was low for a ball. Okay, Long on first, not being held. Woodling at the plate now. There's your havoc roll. Nothing doing. 2-11 left-handed. That's a fly to right, our first X today. And that will be Hardy. He's a 2-3. Pretty darn good out there. 2-3, 7-3, flies it out and caught by Hardy, and the runner holds. Now here's Johnny Shave. It's Long on first, not being held, 1 out, bottom of the second. Senators batting, Red Sox at the Senators. Pitch to Shave, 4-2 right-handed. That's a ballpark slash. I'm sorry, that is a single. And I would love to show it to you. It's got that outline of a diamond, not a full diamond. And we're going to go with the top reading, single to center. Long rounding third. 1-10. 1-11, no hold. And to center, we'll have him hold. 1-2, it's a 0 arm. Now here's Ken Retzer, 1 out, first and second. Senators batting here in the bottom of the second. No score in the ball game. Is that right? I go with the bottom reading, he says. Okay. It was single 1-3. Now we have a house rule. We're going to go back. We're not going to go back. And I'll take dual. I could have sworn he says if playing ballpark effects. So I will take that into account hereafter. The play on that was an out. No, it was a single. But we're going to... Whoa. Yeah. And Frank has arrived. Ernesto is here. Joel is here. Here's Retzer now. That's 4-8 left-handed, struck him out. So it was single 1-3, by the way, in a split chance if we follow Joel's suggestion, but we're just going to let it go. And these errors are built into the replay, by the way. I don't think we have to worry. Also, whether Boston or Washington, I guess Boston, a long shot, would have a chance to win the pennant, but not the Senators. Pitch to Cottier with 2 outs and first and second. 3-7 right-handed, flies it to center. It's high and playable by Geiger. He gloves it, and the side is retired. So there were no runs, 2 hits, and both were left on. Washington, D.C. Stadium here for the second game of this 2-game series. The Red Sox won the first game. We're scoreless after 2. And coming out to pitch is Jim Hannon. Hannon has retired the first 6 Red Sox, and here's Carroll Hardy for the Sox to lead it off. Pitch from Hannon, 3-11 right-handed, flies it to right, and under that is Woodling, 1 away. Now Schilling. .68 right-handed, walked him, so Schilling is on. First base runner today for the Red Sox. And that'll bring up Monbouquet, a 1 WR, up there with 2 outs. He's a Monbouquet is an A bunter. He's gonna try to go for the bunt. The infield is back though. Havoc roll. I'm gonna check him on the bunt. 10-8. And it's a ground ball to first for the sack. That moves Schilling to second base scoring position with 2 outs. Oh yeah, play like no one's watching. Play that small ball. So make it 2 outs with a very good hitter. Okay, Hannon looks in. The pitch to Runnels, 3-8 right-handed, struck him out. Big strikeout for Hannon. Stand by, please. Please stand by. Okay, we're moving to the bottom of the third. Any errors I happen to make are built into the replay from a philosophic and abstract way. Here's Monbouquet on the mound. No score here. Bottom of the third. And it will be Hannon, the pitcher, coming up. Monbouquet gets the sign from Pagliarone. It's all baked in, you absolutely, Joel. And here's the pitch, as long as they're not numerous errors, you know. The pitch to Hannon. 1-7 struck him out. That's the third strikeout for Monbouquet. Now Pearsall, top of the order. Senators at bat. 3-7. and he grounds it to short. It's fielded on by Brossoud, and he throws it on over to Runnels. 2 away. Now Jim King. Jim King to now Jim King is up. .311. Left-handed, flies it to right. And under it is Hardy for the Red Sox to make the catch, and the side is retired. You just give me, if I'm going to switch to this format for a while to see how I like it, see how you like it. I'm very rusty. It's a whole new thing. You have to, the most important thing is assume that your listener knows little to nothing and build in redundancy, because it is the Red Sox at the Senators. Coming to you live. Second of a 2-game series. Red Sox won the first game. It's scoreless after 3. Boston at Washington. And here we go for the 4th. Jim Hannon takes the mound. His first endurance inning is the 5th. And Brossoud flies it out. Flies it back. 0-1. Brossoud going on the first pitch. Okay, here's Hannon now. Pitch to Brossoud, 6'9", right-handed, walked him. So Brossoud gets on. Base on balls. And here's Carl Yastrzemski. .67 left-handed, walked him. 2 consecutive walks given up by Hannon. Now Pagliarone steps in. .24 right-handed, ballpark slash, 1-12, and he singles up the middle, and Brossoud goes to third and holds. It was first and second. It's a single, 1 asteroid. I believe it's 1 asteroid. Maybe it's 2 asteroids. No, they're all 1 asteroid, those ballpark blasts. That makes sense, anyway. All right, Crosley Radio, care of the Strat-O-Matic Radio Network. Bases are full. Pagliarone on first, Yastrzemski on second, Brossoud on third, and Frank Malzone coming up for the Red Sox here in the top of the 4th. If you're just joining us, scoreless ball game. Infield playing back. Here's Hannon. That's 5-5 right-handed. Walked him. He walks in a run. And that'll put Boston out ahead 1-0. Now Malzone at first. Pagliarone at second, and Yastrzemski at third. It's a tough inning for Hannon. That's 6-7 left-handed, walked in another run, and that's going to be it for Hannon. We're going to have a little break here in the action as Hannon walks 4. He walked the first 2 batters. Versailles, then Yastrzemski. Pagliarone singled, loading him up, and then he walked Malzone and Geiger to bring in 2 runs, and he is coming out. Coming in will be Ray Ripplemeyer. He pitched in Real World in this ball game. Ripplemeyer making his way to off the cart and onto the mound to take some warm-ups. Okay, Ripplemeyer is ready. And coming up now is Carroll Hardy, bases loaded, still nobody out. That's 2-8 right-handed, grounds it to short, and Johnson fields it 1 away. Okay, Kurt Schilling, infield still back. Bases loaded, 1 out, 2 in this inning. Six right-handed, struck him out. So Ripplemeyer trying to get out of this with just the 2 runs. It's bad enough. And here comes the Red Sox pitcher, Monboquet. Ripplemeyer is ready. Here's the windup. .68 right-handed, single 1, grounds it to third, and the side is retired. So Ripplemeyer, quite impressive, getting out of that with no additional runs. Let's go over that again. It was Hannon on the mound, facing Brassoud, who walked. Yastrzemski walked. Pagliarone singled. Runner Brassoud held at third. Bases full, no outs, and he did 2 walks in a row. Walking in Geiger and Malzone, and then Geiger, and then a ground ball to short. Schilling struck out, and then Monboquet grounded out. Okay, Monboquet with a 2-run lead now. Bob Johnson leads it off. It's all baked in, folks. All frickin' baked. Two 0 Red Sox. Senators batting bottom of the 4th. Here's Bob Johnson. Pitch from Monboquet. 4-8, struck him out. 4th strikeout for Monboquet. And now here's Dale Long. 2-2 right-handed. That's a ballpark blast. Left-hander 1-4, and it's caught by Woodley, by Hardy, out in right field. It was hit well, but Hardy was right under that. Okay, it's Woodling at the plate. 2 outs, nobody on. Monbouquet on the pitch, 6-5 left-handed, grounds it to short X. That's Brossoud for Boston, 329, 9-3. An E29 roll. Whoops, that's a re-roll. That's 10. E29. And that is, he throws him out. Wow. And that retires the side. A pretty play by Eddie Brossoud on the ground ball hit by Woodling. And it's a 1-2-3 inning from Monbouquet. And after 4, it's 2-0 Red Sox. Not to mention that I'm a little under the weather. I'm not at my best today. Clearly, I'm a little sluggish. That's what I would call it. But I'm committed to doing this. I already did 4 innings. Okay, top of the 5th, and it's going to be Ripplemeyer, who retired 3 in order in relief to get Washington out of that. Already 2 runs there last inning, walking in 2 runs in a row. And I'm sorry, Monbouquet is out for the Red Sox on the mound. I'm sorry, Ripplemeyer is out here pitching in the top of the 5th. Ripplemeyer for Washington. And here's Runnels. 4-7 left-handed, single 1 to 12. That goes through. Runnels with a base hit. You can always count on him to get a piece of it. Here's Eddie Brossoud. They already lead 2-0. We'll have him hit away. It's a possible balk or pass ball. Possible balk, 9 rating for Ripplemeyer. But it's an 18. He steps off the rubber. Okay, he's set now. Pitch to Brossoud. That's 5-8 right-handed. Grounds it to second X. That's 5-8 right-handed. Grounds it to second X. Second X. Pitch to Brossoud. Doing a little sound check here. And it grounds it to second X. Sound check. How's it sound on your end, folks? Right-handed grounds it to second X. Okay, thank you. It sounds like 1962. Okay, I've met my goal. JFK in the White House, Brossout, second base X. Senators, second baseman, of course, we know Cottier, 217, 11-2, an E17 roll.
Check out the expanded strength equipment.
That's going to be 5. I'm sorry. $15, he throws him out. 15-3, and Runnels will advance to second. So it's 1 out for the Red Sox. Runnels in scoring position. Here's Yastrzemski now. He popped to second, walked and scored. Three right-handed, flies it to right. B. I think it's only on without the question mark that you have the option of stretching the guy from second to third. So we'll just let him stay B. 2-0 lead. Pagliaroni at the plate, 2 outs, and it's Runnels in scoring position. Pitch to Pagliaroni, 2-4 right-handed. Ballpark slash right-hander, 1-12. That goes through. Base hit, but it's 1 asteroid. A ballpark slash into left field. 1 asteroid, first and third. Now here's Malzone. Malzone batting in a clutch situation. Malzone at the plate. Boston batting, top of the 6th. They lead 2-0. Pitch to Malzone, 1-7, right-handed, grounds it to second. Cottier has it, throws it to long at first, and the side is retired. No runs. Boy, Hannon was, Ripplemeyer, I should say, was pretty good there at getting out of trouble. And we're going to head to now to the bottom of the 5th. Monbouquet has pitched fine baseball. No runs, 3 hits. No walks and 4 strikeouts in his first 4 innings. Now here's Johnny Shive. Could be Shaivi, it could be Shave. That's 5'10 right-handed, struck him out. 5th strikeout for Monbouquet. We've seen some good performances from him in multiple replays. 69, I think. I don't know if he was still with the Red Sox, but here's Ken Retzer at the plate. 3-3, flies it to left, and Yastrzemski makes the catch. 2 outs. Now Chuck Cottier. 2-10 right-handed, another ballpark slash, 1-12. That's a re-roll on the 20 die. The entire thing gets rolled again. It's like a foul ball. 4-6 right-handed, flies it to center, should end the inning. Geiger under it, and the Red Sox retire the Senators 1-2-3 again, and Monbouquet has retired 11 in order. We're in the middle of the bottom of the 5th now. Ray Ripplemeyer came in the fourth. This is his first endurance inning. Totaling it up for you now, by the way, is Hannon with 3 innings pitched, 5 hits allowed. He walked 5, struck out 1, and allowed 2 runs. Okay, Ripplemeyer is ready. We'll face Geiger. Here's the pitch, 5-9, left-handed, walked him. A lot of walks today. Now, Ripplemeyer throws one of his own. Here's Carroll Hardy. Geiger 1-15. Went to 15 with Ripplemeyer. Went to 17. Being held 1-15. Here's Carroll Hardy stepping in. With Geiger being held on first. No outs here, top of the 6th. Top of the 6th here with a 2-0 game. Boston leading. Pitch to Hardy, 4-2. Right-handed grounds at first X. Long 4-9. 1-4, that's going to be a single with 2 asteroids. Now Ripplemeyer in trouble, first and third, no outs. Here's Hardy. Schilling. Chuck Schilling batting for the Red Sox. Havoc roll nothing. Pitch to Shivers, that's 4-8. Double 1-14, 16. It's a single with 2 asteroids. This is Ray Ripplemeyer. Coming out to talk to him is the manager. Ripplemeyer would be due up next inning. He has reached fatigue. Coming in will be Marty Marty Kutna. Kutina. as he reaches fatigue, even though the next batter is the pitcher, but what the hell. Here's Monbouquet, bases full. Kutina. 4-9, right-handed. Lord, double 1 to 18. It's a double by Monbouquet, by the pitcher. Ripplemeyer. I'm sorry, Monbouquet. This is my first one. I did one a long time ago, but this is my first radio broadcast. Give me several games to get acclimated to it. Monbo helps his own cause. Ernesto Cruz states. Come into the live chat. It's a live chat. Bring a little life to this broadcast. So on that, it's going to be right off of Kutina's card. It was double 1 to 18. I'm sorry. Off of Ripplemeyer. So Hardy scored 1 run, 2 runs. Schilling to third, holds a 2-run double to make it 4-0. Red Sox batting. Oh, Jeremiah notes that back in '62 they had doo-wop demolition instead of disco demolition. I could believe that. Then when the Beatles came and you had the so-called British invasion, music changed. Woodling is a named player, but he's past his prime. This might be his final season, I'm not sure. Okay, real trouble here for Washington. Ripplemeyer comes in, reaches fatigue, putting 3 on. Then the Bill Monbouquet, the pitcher, coming up facing the new pitcher, Marty Kutina. Doubles home 2, second and third, still nobody out. Pitch to Runnels. 2-5, grounds it to third, and that'll bring home a run. Schilling scores on the ground ball. He got Schilling to move to his left to get it. It's 1 out now, Monbouquet on third. And here's Bersaud. They're going to bring the infield in now with only 1 out. Kutina, 6'3", right-handed, flies it to right X. Woodling, 412. Oh, and it's a base hit. 2 asteroids. Oh my. Monbouquet scores. That's the 4th run this inning. That makes it 6-0. Yes, they would. You say it's 2 years. Yep. I think the missile crisis, Cuban Missile Crisis, was about 5 months away, roughly. Okay, still only 1 out. Yastrzemski steps up to the plate. It's Brassout on first with 1 away. Here's Kutina to Yastrzemski. That's 111 right-handed, grounds it to third, and that'll be a double play. It was Shive on the grounder, threw it to Cottier at second, and then over to Long at first for the double play. But there were 4 runs. The only cure for asteroids is to avoid them. Those of you watching on demand, the live chat, I think it will be available. It takes about 24 hours. Excuse me. This is my first game. You're gonna have to give me a chance. There will be a hitter from Kutina as we head to the bottom of the 5th. The Senators batting, facing the Red Sox at home. Joe McClain, who pitched in this game in real world, will pitch. Let's see who's going to pinch hit. Harry Bright pinch hit in this game in the real world. And he will hit against Monbouquet. And Ernesto Cruz notes that this game would have been broadcast back to Boston on WHTH AM. Okay, Bright. Coming in to pinch hit here. The 4th pitcher coming in for the Senators will be Joe McClain. Pitched in this game in real world. Okay, here Bright steps in to lead it off. You're down 6-0, Washington. Monbouquet and the pitch, 3-4, right-handed, grounds it to short. Johnson has it and throws it to first, 1 out. It's not easy doing the radio broadcast. What I'm going to do now is try my best to turn it on with what would be the most excellent level of broadcasting in this setup. And there's no replays. Those are grounded to short for Bright, retired. And here we go. Jimmy Pearsall leading it off, 1 out. Washington batting it, down by 6-0. Pitch to Pearsall, 5-5 right-handed, in home run, 1-9, and that is a base hit as Pearsall has W power. Tough break. He only had four home runs. He's got some on his card. That happens. He has end power against left-handed pitching. So Pearsall is on. One to 15, 1 to 16, 1 to 14. Being held. Wait a minute, what am I doing? Whew, Lord. Okay, here's Jim King now. Pearsall being held. One, 3, and following the rule that Joel Horlin has clarified on that funky pyramid, single 1 to 14, and it is a base hit.
Rules and conditions.
One asteroid. Monbouquet, this is his first endurance inning. Another hit or walk. He's fatigued. Now Bob Johnson, the batter. And the pitch to Johnson, 6-7 right-handed, grounds it to second, X. Schilling, 213 for Boston. 8-2, that's going to be an E13 roll. E13-9. And he turns the double play. We'll score that 4-6-3. It was first and second with 1 out. Perfect double play ball by the Red Sox. I'm sorry. Schilling tossing to Brassoud for 1, and then covering the bag, and then over to Runnels at first. So we've gone 6 innings here. This is the Strat-O-Matic Radio Network, and we'll be back in just a minute after a very short break. Boston 6, Washington nothing after 6. We're in Washington. This game was originally May 3 in our 1962 replay. This is the second of a 2-game series. Red Sox won the first game. Stand by, please. Joe McClain is the new pitcher for the Senators. He pitched in this game real world. Ripplemeyer and McClain and Kutina all pitched in real world in this game, and they have come in this game. In case you're interested, Boston did win at 7-4 real world. That's great, Spokane. Nothing like radio. So it's Boston and Washington, 6-0 Boston. We head to the top of the 7th. Joe McClain leads it off. Starts it off facing Jim Pagliarone, who's 2 for 3, popped to second, singled twice. Here's McClain now. .6'5" right-handed, grounds to short X. Johnson 431. 12-4 E31 roll. E31 7. It's a 1-base error. For the shortstop, Johnson. Pagliarone on first, not a threat to steal. Frank Malzone, the batter. Pitch to Malzone. 4-5 right-handed. Flies it to center, and under it is Pearsall to make the catch. So it's 1 out. Here's Gary Geiger. There's your pitch to Geiger, 4-8 left-handed. That's a ballpark blast. He has end power. The ballpark from left-handers is 1-4, and it's a 5. A beautiful catch by Woodling out in right. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for McClain. Seventh inning stretch. Well, it's been all Monbouquet today with good offense by the Red Sox. A lot of walks given up by Washington pitching. It's 6-0. We move to the bottom of the seventh. Stranger things have happened. Here's Monbouquet facing Long, Woodling, and Shive. Long steps in. He's 1 for 2 with a single left on. Back in the second. Pitch to Long, 5-4. Left-handed, walked him. A lot of base on balls in the game, but this is only the first allowed by Monbouquet. Here's Gene Woodling. We've got a game, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Spokane Steve has a ball game at 4:30, and I intend to be there. Here's Woodling now with Long on first, nobody out. Whoa, Long 1-19, 1-20. One to 19, Max not being held. On a 5. Does not get the lead. Not being held. Woodling at the plate for the Senators. 6-9 left-handed, lines it to first, caught by Runnels. 1 out. Now here's Shive. Long on first, 1 away. Senators batting, bottom of the seventh. They trail 6-0 against the Red Sox. 5-8 right-handed, flies it to right. And Hardy makes the catch, and Long stays at first. Oh, well, the Spokane broadcast is about as good as you get in terms of efficiency, clarity, flow, statistics, very legible score sheet. It's about as good as you can get. It is 2 outs now with Long on second, and Retzer steps in. .510 left-handed ballpark slash for left-handers 1-3. It's lined to second, and the side is retired. And we've gone 7 already. Boston 6, Washington nothing. We hope you're enjoying this ball game. Brought to you by the Strat-O-Matic Radio Network, broadcasting here in Studio B. Okay, here's McLean in his second inning of relief. Carroll Hardy leads it off. .37 right-handed, grounds it to short, 1 away. Now Chuck Schilling. 1-5 struck him out. That's the first strikeout by McLean. Two outs, nobody on, and here's Bill Monbouquet, the pitcher. Shutting out the Senators. He's batting 2 outs, nobody on for the Red Sox, top of the 8th. It's 4-11. Monbouquet right-handed, grounds it first, X. Long is 4-9. That's going to be a base hit. It got past. He didn't have the range for it. Got past the fielder. So Monbouquet gets a single on that. 2 outs. That's his second hit of the ball game. He doubled and scored in the 5th. Here's Pete Runnels now. 110 right-handed, walked him. Red Sox now with first and second. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Facing Washington. They lead 6-0 Boston. Brossoud now at the plate. 5'10 right-handed, ballpark slash, right-hander 1-12. That goes through, base hit, 1 asteroid. That's going to be a single for Brossoud. And now McLean in trouble here. Real deep trouble. Okay, Yastrzemski, bases full. 1 out, infield back. .37 right-handed. That's a clutch reversal, non-clutch situation though. A fly to center, and this might be deep enough for Monbouquet. 1-10. We're not playing special fielding ratings for pitchers. 1-10. I think we add 2, 1-12, but he'll hold. Here's Pagliarone now. Actually, the bases are full. Yeah, the bases were full. 2 outs. McLean trying to get out of this and not make it worse than it is. Pagliarone. And the pitch, 5-8, right-handed, grounds it to second X. Cottier, 219. (8-2) E19. E19 5. And it's an error. Whew. Charge to the Senators' second baseman, Chuck Cottier, to bring in a run, and it's unearned. Okay, base is still full. Oh, crap. I just realized that they were out on the inning. This is completely rectified. Pagliarone should not have bat. Shit. As the third out was the fly out by Yastrzemski. It's all baked in. House rule will just do the error to put Pagliarone on first next inning. Okay, here's Monbouquet now. Bottom of the 8th. And Cottier leads it off. 5-9 right-handed struck him out. 6th strikeout from Monbouquet. Now there'll be a hitter for McLean. Seven nothing with that run in the 8th. Let's see who's going to hit and pitch. Chuck Hinton will be the pinch hitter for Washington. And coming into pitch will be Ed Hobaugh. Ed Hobaugh. Okay, here's Hinton stepping in. Monbouquet has pitched 7 scoreless innings, allowing 5 hits, walked 1, struck out 6. An excellent performance by Monbouquet of the Red Sox. Okay, here's Hinton now leading it off. Not leading it off, 1 out, nobody on. That's 4-7 right-handed, walked him. This is an endurance inning for Monbouquet, actually his second. He only walked one in the 7th. Here's Pearsall. It's 4-7. 7-4. I'm sorry. 4-7. Walked him. Suddenly Monbouquet has first and second with one out. And Jim King, the batter. Senators trying to get something going here. They trail 7-0. Bottom of the 8th. One out, first and second. It's a possible balk or wild pitch. Possible. It's a possible balk. His rating is a 2, Monbouquet. And it is a balk. Monbouquet on a 2 roll on the double die. Runners will advance. That makes it second and third with one out. Okay, now here's the pitch to King. 3-9 left-handed, lines it to first, caught by Runnels. 2 outs. And now Bob Johnson. One 3 right-handed, grounds it to second. And that will score a run. Monbouquet, the side is retired actually, so no run was scored. That was the 3rd out. Okay, we go to the 9th in progress due to the error that was noted, putting Pagliarone on first, no outs, with reaching on the error by Cottier. It will be Frank Malzone, the batter now. Malzone facing Hobaugh, Ed Hobaugh, 5th pitcher for the Senators today. Seems like a typical Senators kind of game. 5-12 right-handed, grounds it to first, X. Long is a 4-9, 6-4. And it goes through for a base hit, 1 asteroid. First on second, nobody out. If you're looking ahead to the bottom of the 9th, hell, stranger things have happened, but it will be for Washington. Long, Woodling, and Shave. Facing Monbouquet, who has been awesome today. And we have Dan Daniels and John McClain on another band in the shortwave time travel, broadcasting this ball game. Okay, it's Malzone on first, Tagliarone on second for Boston. Batting in the top of the ninth. They lead at 7-0. Okay, Holball on the mound, the fifth pitcher. Here's the pitch to Geiger. 6-6 left-handed, walked him. That loads the bases. And folks, this is just my first try, really, to do a audio only, and I also took a medication before, which has sort of amplified my sensorium, making it sort of difficult to do a good job here. I know what's good work, and it'll take practice, but I am really committed to doing radio broadcasts only. It does require a lot of mentioning of redundancies.
What's up, guys? It's Quantico here. I have been arrested for multiple crimes, including battery on a police officer, grand theft, declaring war on Italy, and public indecency. I will be escaping prison on March 28th. After that, I will take over the world.
First, bases loaded, nobody out, whole ball in a jam. Here's Carroll Hardy, infield back. .111 right-handed ballpark slash, 1-12. That will go through by Hardy. It's unearned. It was Pagliarone reaching on the error, who was on third. Whole ball with the unearned run. That makes it 8-0. Oh, thank you. Ernesto Cruz says, "It's okay, Doc." Well, take some time. Bases loaded. Whole ball on the mound. Trying to get out of another jam. He's already allowed. Base runner from the error, the single, the walk, the single. And here's Schilling. Infield's still back. 4-8 right-handed, pops it up to short. And Johnson makes the catch, 1 out. Here's Monbouquet. It's 4-4. Every once in a while to I'm so sorry, that is a on Monbouquet right-handed to second base, Cottier. Throws him out, and the side is retired on the double play. 1 run though. Yeah, a lot of strange fans here. Well, the story is Bill Monbouquet. I know there's a lot of hitting and walks given up to the Red Sox. But Monbouquet throwing shutout baseball is my recommendation for a player of the game. Let's see if he can get Washington out here in the ninth with the shutout. Okay, Monbouquet pitched a long 3-7 right-handed, walked him. And keep in mind, Monbouquet is one hitter walk away from fatigue. He walked 2 in an endurance inning in the fifth. I'm sorry, in the eighth. One more hit or walk, and here's wrong on first, not being held. Here's Woodling. That's a possible wild pitch. Wild pitch rating by Monboquet 0. Smothered in the dirt by Pagliaroni. Pitch to Woodling. 5-8, left-handed, flies it to right, 1 away. 8-0 is the score. Red Sox leading. And Johnny Shave comes in. He's 1 for 3, singled, struck out, and flew to right. Monboquet now from the stretch. 4-3. Grounds it to first X. Runnels 3-11. 23, he takes it, steps on the bag, fires it to second for a game-ending double play. And I'll have the recap in just a moment. Well, the final score is 8-0. No home runs in this game. Hannon started, and he got hit pretty bad. Well, I should say he got walks pretty bad. Walked a lot of batters. They took him, pulled him, brought in Ripplemeyer. He allowed 3 runs in 2 innings. No problem with Boston getting runs, aided by base on balls. 7 walks total. Wait a minute, I'm so sorry. That's going to be 5, 6, 7, 8 walks total they allowed. Monboquet is the winner of record. He went all the frickin' way. Pitched 9 innings. And he gets the shutout. I hope you enjoyed this. This takes a little doing on my part and your part. Some ways it's easier to broadcast, but in other ways it is more challenging. Stay strong, everybody. I'll catch you later.